Hey guys, it's me, Superman Jonathan here, and today I will be making a little bit of a mini series on my channel called Media That Is Broken Down. So, I will go through like other types of media, such as cartoons and video games. We're not going to do movies because that has already been ruined by so many critics alike. So, by all means, let's start off with some video games and then we can start off with some movies. I already made a list of all the parts that I want to do. So, for part one, we are going to focus both on Helluva Boss and FNAF Security Breach. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, why are you putting up these two? They literally are nothing in common. I will tell you. But first, I will start off with FNAF Security Breach. So, I know I haven't played the game, which is very problematic, but I have seen gameplay of it. And the story is follows. Gregory is trapped in the Pizzaplex and he needs to get out. So he collects his like a lot of things, such as Monty's claws, Roxy's eyes, Chica's voice box, etc. And there are like six endings, I guess. I don't know. I don't think any of them are canon, except one, but we'll get into that later. So, by all means, the fandom hates Security Breach. And there is a low score on IMDb of this game. Like, nobody would agree that this game is good. Like, it's not going to win any Emmy Awards. So, that makes sense. That does make sense on some level of occasion. But you gotta remember, FNAF has been around since 2014, and people still love the game. Back then. Nowadays, they think that it's just a cash grab and nothing more, nothing less, because the lore, yes, the lore gets so confusing over time that people are wondering why the lore keeps changing. Well, I guess it's just simple minor difficulty, I guess. Because from FNAF 1 to 4, we get a little bit of the lore in some way. Like William Afton's son is dead, Mike Afton is working at Five Nights at Freddy's. Not Five Nights at Freddy's, fucking Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Yeah, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. The second one, not the first one. So, by all means, you can safely say that there was also like the crying child outside the window, which ends up being the puppet, which that's basically a good part of the lore, I guess. But I don't really see any build up to it. It's just a kid crying in like next to the building in front of the mirror, and William Afton kills him. Now, granted, though, I can understand why William does have like an enjoyment of stuffing kids inside suits. Like that's the entire plot. And since the ghosts like all come back from the dead and decided to just kill William Afton by just, you know, springlock suit, I guess, just malfunction and he literally bleeds out. That's not that bad, but that only happens like in the mini game of FNAF 3. And in FNAF 2, it's a prequel to FNAF 1, obviously. Like the old location. It's not that far prohibitive. And no one should regret it. But at the same time, we do get some lore of FNAF 2 and 3. And maybe 4. I don't know. I could be wrong. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. But yeah. There's also Sister Location and Pizza Simulator, which I guess it could fit. I mean, I guess William Afton's daughter is dead too, but how does that fit in the timeline, though? I don't know. Nothing explained. But I will say though, I think the reason where Sister Location fits is like literally from the beginning of FNAF, obviously. Like it's obviously the beginning. Not the middle or not the end. The beginning. At least that's what I've heard. Now we also got, Help Wanted and Security Breach. Now let me go more in depth with Security Breach. We only get like some character development in this game. Some. Not all of it, but some. So, we do get some character development for Gregory, Freddy, Vanessa, and Roxy. That's it. Say no more, say no less. Unless if you count Security Breach and Ruin, but I pretty much don't count the DLC that much. But hey, it's a good adaptation, so yeah. Bottom line is, FNAF is not a good game. Never was. Never will be. Talking about Security Breach, not the other six. Or, I'm sorry, seven, apparently. Like, this is not how you do FNAF. Like, this is not how you do FNAF. And there's not really that far much lore in the game. Like, there's some. But you also get, like, William Afton coming back, which is strictly prohibitive. Because we saw him get killed in Pizza Simulator. We saw his arc. So, why the fuck is he coming back? This is a canon. Like, this was never canon to begin with. This was just a little comic that Gregory made. Big deal. And I don't even care. Believe me, I don't even care. So, by all means, do you think FNAF is the worst game ever? Talking about Security Breach, not the other seven. Do you think Security Breach is the worst game of all time? Did it lack of story? Did it lack of character development? Or did it not service you as the right attention? Let me know down in the comments down below what you think. Now we're going to move on to Helluva Boss. Now, since season 2 is not at its end, I will talk about season 1 of the series and also talk about how it should move forward with better plot lines, better storylines, and also better B plots. So, to start off, it starts off with, like, them killing a family, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much for episode 1. We do get to know some of the characters a little bit. And then you got, like, episodes 2 to 7 where everything goes to madness. Like, it's obvious as a fact that 4 characters, yes, 4 characters don't even get an arc. Well, yes, Moxie does get an arc, but it's not shown in the right direction, is what I'm asking you. So let's start off with Blitz, because I feel like Blitz has more of a variety of depth in him than character development. So, by the looks of it, we know what Blitz's story is like. He was born in a circus. He burned down the circus, maybe. And now he has scars. And his family is dead. His sister is still alive. Blitz's friend is still alive, which is Fizzaroli. So, yes, by all means, that's not that far big of a deal. But when people say that Blitzo is a better character than anything, I call bullshit on that. Blitzo is a crazy character. He's been crazy from the beginning. He's been crazy from the start. There's no doubt about it. He's a glutton. He's lustful. He's crazy as fuck. He's like the Mad Hatter in his own way, his own wonderland. Like, do you even remember the scene where fucking John Leguizamo or whatever took the red pill and apparently he went through a downward spiral in the Matrix? Yeah, you know that's crazy. You take the blue pill, your story ends. Take the red pill, I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Exactly, like literally exactly. And fucking Blitz took the red pill. He took the red pill, and that was the end of it. No further questions asked. So, yeah, by all means, Blitzo is not a good character. He doesn't even have a respectful arc in some way, and he's still into Stolas. Even though in episode 7, he doesn't want to be with Stolas anymore. And Stolas doesn't want to be with him either. So, why reset this? Well, to put it lightly, I guess it's just because of the new writers instead of, like, the old writers coming back. Yes, I look in the credits, and I can see that there are, like, some old writers in here, and apparently I didn't see the old writers back for season 2, which that's pretty sad. So, yeah, by all means, Blitzo is not the greatest character in history. And even if he does die in the final season, I guarantee you that there's going to be like a little bit of a retcon where he comes back, but more zombie-like, but more undead-like. He'll still have his like brain function. It's not going to be like, The Walking Dead, where you always see zombies acting like this. So I'm saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to choke myself there. But yeah, let's move on to the other characters. What can I say about like Stryker, the Cherubs, or anyone else? They're all fucking one-dimensional characters that don't get enough character development. Well, except for Moxie, but that's pretty much it. Moxie has got enough character development, and season one, he had an arc. He had an arc. But that doesn't change the fact that he's still Moxie. He's still a killing machine. But just being romanticized, I guess. Like, it doesn't make sense on why he wants to stay in hell and not go to heaven. Because I can see him more as a good person, not a bad person. He grew up in a terrible society. That makes sense. So, why the fuck do you have Moxie killing people? Well, that's his job. That's his fucking job. And that really frustrates me, y'all. So, I would consider Moxie to have a better story arc than maybe anyone else. Maybe except for Stolas or Stella, but that's another story for another time. They also have Millie and Luna, which don't get enough character development, even though they should. And I guess for episode 8 with the Queen Bee, I guess she does get some character development, kind of. But it's not shown as, hey Martha, how you doing? Oh, I'm so excited that your still boyfriend is still fucking alive, Martha. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure you get all those bitches in the neighborhood, Martha. Yeah, yeah, goodbye. That was Martha Wayne, if you didn't know. Sorry if I had to make that joke there because I wanted to show off how Luna would act if she would have talked to the dead. Not a good example, not a good example. Sorry, but not sorry. So yeah, Helva Boss has some bad moments, and I think if I had to be the director of Helva Boss, I think I would have better storylines and maybe bringing back other villains, while also bringing in crazier villains, such as, you know, Belphegor and Satan, and pretty much other demons too that could also hunt down Blitzo, Moxie, Luna, and Millie. Like that could work. That can work. But instead, we got these awful characters that have no motivation at all that act like Dragon Ball characters. It's sad. So, yeah, all in all, Helva Boss has a bad storyline with mediocre characters, and I guess the only way I should fix it is just try to be more relatable, try to be more stand out, and be its own thing. So if you guys are okay with this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And part 2 will come out next month in September. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye.